Hey there, and welcome back to The Letter with me, Stormy. So obviously the last episode was a little bit, nasty. It was very nasty. So hopefully this episode's better. Honestly, I just kind of want some spooks to happen, and I want to forget about Mr. Racist over there. So here we go. With a house that's this big, it's not surprising when the ceremony takes a few hours to finish. The sun's already high by the time we've gone through the last room. They're talking about, what's it called? I was gonna say christening. Also baptizing. Those aren't the words. Shit. They're holy water. They're like, trying to get rid of the demon. What's that called? Damn, I'm sorry. I can never say I'm a devout follower of my own faith, even with Mama and Papa's teachings. But hearing every word Father Norman uttered as we went through the house has put me at ease. All of a sudden, the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there's an end to this. Or perhaps this is the end. If the game cut to black right now, I'd be mad. I'd be so mad. Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. He has business in the village nearby. He says a minute gesture to reach out to the members of their parish every once in a while. It reminds me of a distant memory of helping hands and a few kind smiles to help my family pull through when times were tough. But before he leaves...
Isabella, a word before I go?
What's up?
Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life. Besides, you have people to bear it with.
I bite back the harsh retorts before they come out, masking it with a smile as we wave the good priest off. His words, though meant to be a comfort, had only left a bitter taste in my mouth. And if they don't believe you, what am I to do? A hand lands briefly on my shoulder, staking me out of my thoughts before they take a sullen turn. But my smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Like on a date?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
Going on a date with Zack. Yeah, I want to hang out with Zack. You know, yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna give him a big ol' smooch.
It wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries.
Damn, can I get with Zack?
And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Let me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent.
It's because you're a coward. Check this shit out. Proceeds to slurp up an entire bathtub's worth of spaghetti. Actually, speaking of that, I once had to help my friend, he filled his bathtub up with spaghetti and he called me over to pour sauce on him. That was just an interesting time in my life.
Let's just go, Zack.
Actually, also, side story, speaking of talents, like, one of my greatest talents, besides being, charming and great at video games, and maybe, like, drawing. No, that one's, no. Petting my cat. I'm, like, really good at eating large amounts of food, which normally you'd be like, that's not something to brag about. But honestly, until you see me stuff down 6 whole potato skins, I don't think you should be, like, being a negative Nancy, because it's the coolest shit you'll ever see. Anyway. Just a fun fact about me. I smile. A real one this time, devoid of any unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us these past few days, I don't want to think harshly of them. Zack, am I on a date with him right now? Zack had me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving, prior to going off somewhere. He hasn't returned since, and it's been a good 20 minutes of being left alone entirely to my thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier, more languid vibe than usual. Where children are usually seen running around and playing, there are now people leaning back on their picnic blankets, simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from nearby carts, and if the wind blows in the right direction, one could catch the whiff of freshly trimmed grass. I'd gladly sleep on the bench if I wasn't waiting for anyone. Soon enough, I see his hulking figure running towards me, carrying a medium-sized box on one hand and casually waving the other at me. He's panting when he reaches my bench. Sweat drips profusely from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really long.
That's okay, buddy.
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
He's such a gentleman. I already know what's in the blue box before he opens it. He's so cute. Look at him. Oh my gosh. He's cute. I like him. Cinnamon rolls. All 6 of them topped with white cream cheese glaze. That's gross. I don't like cream cheese. But I appreciate the gesture. The very same one I bought after I sold my first property. After I met Zack, Ash, and Beca. Funny how such small things could trigger a distant memory, no matter how mundane it is. I don't say no to free food, but why is he getting me these now?
What for?
He leans on the empty space beside me, wiping the sweat off his forehead before answering.
An apology. And as thanks for yesterday and the other day.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zack.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
Are you just saying that, or...
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass. He should have been named Ashhole instead.
You know, that was funny like the first time, but this is like maybe the 5th time. It doesn't have the same charm.
He went a little overboard, yeah. I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop. Besides, I can handle him.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back. Are you still upset?
There are times when I wish Zack had been my big brother, or Beca, my older sister. Maybe life would have been a little easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't be as sick as he is. Maybe I wouldn't be alone here. But then again, if they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met Ash, too. Life back home is tough, but for all that, I wouldn't change it for one selfish wish. In this city of 68,000 people, I have people I could depend on. 3 of them, in fact. When you think about it, when you compare the numbers to the odds of finding someone like them amidst a sea of nameless people, I'm lucky.
Thanks a lot for today, Zack. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
Oh, stop, you cutie.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
It's always been food with you, ain't it?
Don't put it like that! You're making me sound like a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
Only that? I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your, size.
It's okay. I get that a lot too, buddy. It's cool.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better? Does it still scare you?
It's gonna scare me later.
A little. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out, somehow. It's not as bad as the other day, and Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell. I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss or the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time the laughter that comes from both of us is genuine. Back to the usual. Things may not been the easiest lately, but it certainly isn't the worst that it has happened. We do end up sharing the cinnamon buns between us, despite Zack's insistence that it's only for me. But more than the food, there's a relief in the contentment.
If you need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much. I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
No way. I can take him on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up.
Thanks.
My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
I don't think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
He leaves me with a smile and a wave. Off to some new gig again. As for me, we still need to talk, Becca, Ash, and I. Put petty arguments aside like the adults we all are. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it may be. I just hope I can keep them safe. A light wind blows again, sending dried leaves swirling and the distinct smell of earth into the air. For the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a walk is good. I need to visit the grocery too. Come to think of it, wasn't there an art store that opened recently near the park? Hello? Oh, okay. The cat's name is Beruthiel. Or at least that's what his collar says. It's not a name to give a cat in my opinion. But it speaks grace, much like the one that carries it. It shows in the way he swishes its tail and eyes follow my hand's every movement. I'm not sure what he finds fascinating in me, to be honest. I wasn't the very picture of grace that he found me after all. It was a bad idea, carrying 2 heavy bags of newly bought art materials and groceries without help or a sure ride home. Am I missing something? Did the game glitch? In hindsight, perhaps I shouldn't have bought all these things at the same time. I didn't even make it past the park. And now, I'm suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched on a park bench and drenched in sweat, in the company of a cat curiously watching me at every movement. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat, but back at home, they're still considered ill omens.
Don't look at me like that! I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that I've ever acted graceful in my life, of course. Growing up with rowdy younger brothers and sisters does that. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use moping. A short breather, and then I'm off home. Besides, it isn't like the company is bad, even if it's a cat. As long as it doesn't bite or crosses my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
If the ghost or whatever is the owner, that'd be crazy. He has one, doesn't he? An owner? That's what the collar's for, isn't it? A bandage is wrapped around one of its paws, though. I wonder what happened to it. Did he run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I tried to bring one home before, a cat. Not black, of course. And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
I take a small packet of sweets from one of the bags beside me and pop it open. Aw. As I'm about to put it in my mouth, he meows. My hand stops.
Do you want one?
He doesn't meow again, as I'm expecting him to, but I take his unblinking gaze as a yes. I shift the piece into my palm and hold it out for him warily. He sniffs it once, twice, before...
Baruthia!
Oh, hey! Aw, that's a cute cat. And a cute girl. A wink. Like a good, properly trained pet, Beruthiel responds as soon as he's called. Recognition comes across as my head snaps in the direction of the voice. Miss McCullough is hard to miss with her height.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you? Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Nice to meet you again, Miss Makalah.
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Beruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even ran away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Beruthiel's a she.
She? All this time, I thought. The pause in conversation, if this can be called one, is uncomfortable. We're merely 2 people working different jobs for the same client. Frankly, meeting like this doesn't happen a lot, and if it does, a simple nodding of heads is enough. Still, trying to be friendly wouldn't hurt. I'm gonna be nice to her. I don't want to talk about her cat. Did that help? I don't think that helped. Sorry. I keep my tone cordial and warm.
I'm actually surprised you have a cat, Miss Makalah.
And why exactly is that? There are a lot of people who have pets.
Oh, she's mad.
Yeah, but not a black one. I'm amazed you're taking care of one.
I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Is there a problem with my cat?
No, not at all. She's very sweet. Just in other cultures, aren't they a sign of bad luck?
Back at home it is. My grandmother used to tell me stories about it, and
Nothing has happened to me so far.
displeasure is evident on her face. Of course I've forgotten that for people, black cats are an omen of good luck. There you go again, running your mouth off, Isabel. I rack my brain for a way to remedy the situation, but she holds out a hand.
This is a good place to stop and end this conversation, don't you think so?
Would you guys be mad if I went back? I regret that, and I kind of want to be her friend. Let's, Shh, you guys didn't see anything. This didn't happen. Talk about her job.
I'm just curious
Nice.
about your work.
What about it?
None of that happened. That was a different timeline, and we will not speak of it. It didn't happen. There's something guarded in her expression at the mention of her work, but I pushed through with my question.
I just want to know how it is to work on a house like the Ermengarde mansion. Is it hard?
I guess she wasn't expecting a question like that, if the way her eyebrows shut up tells me anything.
Because of its age? I wouldn't say it is. It is a challenge, considering the factors me and my team have sought out.
She's so cute. Look at her blushing.
But it's a good project. A breath of fresh air from what I usually work on. And I have a good team. Those original fittings, though. It might be old, but the architecture is magnificent. I'm sure you've seen the stained glass windows in the foyer. Oh, I can already think of so many things I could do with it. But of course, my team will have to double check for necessary repairs here and there. That's probably for the best. It's easy to break some key elements with a rush restoration job, and who knows what other hidden issues there might be underneath. People can be so careless. I'm sorry, I spoke too much.
No, girl, keep going. It's good to be passionate.
No, it's okay. You seem to really love what you're doing.
It's not really like that. I'm just lucky to have found work in an interesting field. Anyway, Bruthiel's due for her visit to the vet. Nice talking to you, Miss Santos. I wish you luck with what you're planning to work on. It seems like a big project, too.
She gestures with her hands towards the bags, the ones filled with stuff I've recently bought from the art store.
It's a project for a friend, actually.
All the same. Good luck.
Thank you. I watched her as she leaves, though she stops shortly before crossing the threshold separating the park and the street. She faces me again, looking like there's something she's forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion, with my clients, it's the rights. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion, the
letter. The one and the same. No, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Someone. I want to tell Miss Makalah the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They're real. She's not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I hasten to pick up all the bags I've left on the bench and run as far as my legs can take me. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hands weighs far lighter than the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to go home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of the house, of her, of my own cowardice. The food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think someone would have had a continuous binge of instant noodles would find home-cooked meal enjoyable, but it isn't. Hunger isn't what is gnawing me tonight, neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly in the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. It's hard when the things you're trying to forget keep returning to your forefront and your mind. It distracts you, eats at you, devours you. I wish this would stop. I wish I wasn't the one who picked it up. I wish it was somebody else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home.
Was it Rose? Is it Rose?
Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Huh?
The victim, identified
No,
as
I
Rose
knew it!
Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
Oh my god, Rose! I knew it! I knew there's something weird about her not being in, like, the fucking title. Oh my god, Rose! Rose?
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her
Oh my
two-bedroom flat
God.
with the words "Help Me" repeatedly written on the walls.
No. No. This isn't what I want. This isn't supposed to happen. None of this was supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Legends. That's what everyone had kept telling me, so why... And I immediately rushed to the study and table searching my phone. My hands, cold from dread, cling tightly to it as I touch its edges. A piece of folded paper, the letter, lying unassumingly beside me, slips to the floor when I pick up the device. But I pay it no mind. There's more important things. Right now, I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not too long ago, and she was okay. No. It isn't Rose, I'm sure of it. I just talked to her and... A sob escapes me and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighted by the very same guilt I refuse to admit I've been carrying from the start. The same one I've been hiding from. The same one that's put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's number on my contact list. She'll answer, right? That's what she always does. She'll pick up and tell me to turn down the waterworks and call me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Again and again I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose! Don't do this to me! Please pick up! I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxborn in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
The TV runs loudly in the background. A deafening static sound from my phone's speakers. But in my ears I can only hear the screams. Her pleas. Her whispers. We are not safe. Well, that's a way to end an episode. You know, a woman dying. Rose dying. Anyway, I hope things start picking up from here. I really want to get to, like, the mystery and everything. Honestly, like, it's been, like, slow going so far, and I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm really just antsy for, you know, the big things that are gonna happen. But, you know, I do appreciate you guys sticking around, if you are sticking around, I guess. And thank you so much. And I hope your days are as beautiful as you are. And goodbye!